Obviously, this hire was interesting because Dan Quinn was not their first choice. Is he cut out for this? Because that's where I start to wonder with Dan Quinn.
When you look at the depth chart, you don't really see anything that exemplifies a Dan Quinn defense. And that's the first concern for me, is all of Washington's strength is up the spine of that defensive line. And he's not a defensive tackles first guy, knowing that they're probably going to give up big plays in the run game, because that's just always been a thing with Dan Quinn. You know that they're going to play with lighter bodies, because that's always been a thing with Dan Quinn. And they're going to play a ton of man. And then when you look at the fact that they don't have a good pass rush, at least by depth chart, and you look at all the youth they have at corner and guys who are kind of unproven, that's where I really get concerned. Where it's I understand that he wasn't their first choice. I know that he's kind of being brought in right now to maybe do some more power washing of Washington's reputation and be an adult in the room to kind of guide them through this. I don't see how this defense is productive in year one. And I don't know if there's an easy 2 to 3 year track where you can look up the way that he did in Dallas.
But it'll be interesting to me, I think, to see how the secondary shapes out too. Emmanuel Forbes, man, the picture that went viral, I think it was a couple weeks ago, where he's standing next to a high schooler, and people thought that he was a high schooler because he's so small. I don't really know how that's supposed to fit in Dan Quinn's defense. If you're going to be playing a bunch of press, dude, you're 160 pounds. Just I don't know if I trust Dan Quinn as a schemer or a play caller to actually give his team the edge. A lot of teams have figured out how to defend some of this stuff, and you're still getting beat by, some basic concepts.
The point you just made is the one that sticks out most to me with Dan Quinn, which is that he loses the same way all the time. And that's the most concerning thing. And then you look at the personnel on this defense, and it's tailor-made to continue to lose the same way that Dan Quinn's defenses have been taken advantage of over the last decade now.